Mitch Brown here for athsvicTV. From one river to the next, XCR'12 moves from the Barwon to the Yarra and into the heart of Tigerland for the Advanced Freight Management Victorian Half Marathon. A fixture of the XCR series for the best part of 2 decades, the race affectionately known as the Burnley Half holds a unique position as the only outsourced event on the calendar. Unlike other XCR events, the bulk of the organisational work is performed by local club Richmond Harriers, a tradition stemming from the race's origins as a club fun run.
Well, yes, it was a race that was originated by the Richmond Harriers, I guess, over 20 years ago now. It started as a 10-mile race, I think, known as the Cubit Classic in those days, and it evolved into a longer race, a half marathon in the late 90s. And I think in the early 2000s, AV were looking for an appropriate place to have a half marathon, and I guess Richmond was this was an ideal spot to conduct the event. We'd had some success with it over a period of time, and so it was a logical combination to join with AV and start an AV Victorian Championship.
Thanks to major partner Advanced Freight Management, the event also puts up a lucrative prize purse for both male and female winners, with an additional bonus on offer for any athlete who breaks the course record.
Well, Gary McIntyre had been a generous supporter of our club up until that time, but at about that time, 2002, Gary lost his wife, and he decided that through the club he'd like to honour her name and wished to present a shield in her name each year. And as well, he was very generous in offering a cash prize for the winners of both the male and female event as well.
For the first time ever, the race also incorporated the Victorian Junior 3 km Road Racing Championships. The joint start saw the half marathon head north along Yarra Boulevard as the juniors headed south. Through halfway in the 3 kilometres, it was under 20 athlete Nathan Pearce of Western Athletics who led Mornington Peninsula's Troy McGill, Knox pair Nathan Percy and Ryan Patterson. While Casey Cadenia's Samantha Prime, Amelia Mazzadowny of the Coburg Harriers and Ballarat Region's Courtney Scott led the charge for the women. In the end, line honours went to Patterson, who claimed the under-16 title in 9 minutes 25.1 seconds. Prime claimed the women's race outright in 9 minutes 59.3 seconds for the under-18 title, ahead of under-14 winner Mazzadowny in 10 minutes 4.1 seconds. Clubmate Kane Davies wasn't far behind, taking his under-14 title in 10 minutes 9.1 seconds. Amy Cashin of Western Athletics came through for the under-20 women's title in 10 minutes 14.7 seconds, with Knox's Bree Warren taking the under-16 crown in 10 minutes 36.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Knox's Kane Willie, South Melbourne's Wandwosen Galetta and Ballarat Region's Duer Yoa had broken clear for a lead group of 3 in the men's half marathon race, with daylight back to a lonely Rowan Walker of Geelong Region in 4th. In stark contrast, the women's race had already begun to blow out early as Box Hill's Nikki Chapple powered clear of the field. Competing in her first XCR race since setting the Burnley half course record in 2010, Chapple looked out to better her own mark as she powered clear of second place Karen Thorpe of Knox through the early stages. Not far back in third place was South Melbourne's Sinead Diver, fresh off her silver medal at the Australian Cross Country Championships and locked in a battle with Tracy Austin of the Malvern Harriers.
Hey, that's it.
By midway, little had changed at the front of either field, with Willie, Galetta and Yoa still going stride for stride, and Chapple continuing to stretch out from her rivals. But the battle for the women's minor placings was heating up as Diver and Austin made their way into second and third. With the leading men's trio still locked in battle late into the last lap, a sprint finish looked to be on the cards. It was only in the final straight that the move finally came from Doa, who claimed the Victorian title in his half-marathon debut in 66 minutes 24 seconds, with Willie and Galetta coming through for silver and bronze.
Well, I was just sat behind him through the 10k mark, and I was hoping for the kick down because I've had a sore neck during the week, so I was feeling the pain through the tank, heading toward the 15k. So I sat behind the boys and came down to about 200 to go, and I just came down to kick, and happy now to fresh legs. I'm not running the 12K last week, so yeah, happy with the run.
So obviously you had good confidence in your finish then.
Yeah. Well, been training for it for the half since Bandura, so yeah, been setting my mind for this race. So, yeah.
You were really one of the emerging stars a few years back, and you disappeared from the scene for a little while. It must be nice to be back racing and racing so well.
Yeah, very, very happy to where I am now, man. Had personal issues in the past, and just over that now, and just focusing on running, and hopefully can get back to where I was, running fast times again.
Back in the women's race, it was still Chapple well clear, but Diver now had put daylight back to Austin in third. In the end, it would be a commanding win to Chapple, falling narrowly short of her 2010 mark and clocking 1 hour 11 minutes 16 seconds for an impressive XCR return. For the second consecutive week, Diver collected the silverware in 1 hour 16 minutes 10 seconds, with Austin continuing her rapid improvement across the XCR'12 season, with her first podium finish for the year in 1 hour 17 minutes 11 seconds.
I just wanted to really see how fit I was today, so it was a good test, and yeah, I was pleased with the results, so it was much better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, well, you really did seem to have it all on your own terms there. You must have been feeling good. Did you decide to pick it up through the race?
I wouldn't say I was feeling good, actually. I just thought I'd try and relax and see how I go, and I did feel a little bit better in probably the last 2 laps, so that was good, but yeah.
As mentioned, it's been a while since we've seen you. Can you talk us through what some of the issues have been?
I did have quite a few injuries, and I did keep trying to sort of come back from them, and something else would happen, so I was just like, I'm not even going to think about racing anymore. I'm just over it. I'm just going to run and stay fit, and that's all I've been doing really. So yeah, it's good that I can still race and from what I've been doing basically. So yeah, hopefully I don't get any more injuries and I can build on what I've done today.
And as we look now at our top 8 placings in the Victorian Men's Half Marathon Championship, we see that tight three-way battle at the front of the field reflected in those final times. And polar opposites in the women's race, with Chapple almost 5 minutes clear in a welcome return to the domestic racing circuit. The XCR'12 Premiership draws to a head with the Tan Relays on Saturday the 15th of September at Melbourne's spiritual home of running. Visit athsvic.org.au for more information, and keep watching athsvicTV for all the latest from across the tracks.